everyone, welcome back to the Summoner's Guide to Final Fantasy XIV. We are now in Stormblood Endgame. The raid of Ala Mhigo has begun. And the Imperial Viceroy Xenos Ye Galvus will be dethroned. Alright, so this dungeon is fairly straightforward. There are some interesting bosses going on here. Zooming out, yeah, alrighty. Speedrunning tactics, you're going to see a lot more in these level 70 dungeons. Because just like with the level 50 series and the level 60 series, as people continue to gear up, these earlier dungeons in the level 70 series are going to get a lot easier to do. So typically, your tanks will pull everything up to this barrier because you can't get past this barrier. I like to target the Centurion because he's got a little more HP to worry about. I think he actually has more HP than the Magitech devices. Saving my big AoE series for the next pull. Alright, for this pull, you're going to want to stay over to the sides of this next corridor here. And that's why. And again, typically the tank will pull up to the next barrier. That will cause some more enemies to spawn here. I'm going to let the tank establish a pull, and then we are going to go down. As you start killing enemies, there will be more that spawn, including another Centurion. So you'll want to start putting some pressure on the Centurion. There's that, so the next barrier will go down. There we go. And that takes us to the first boss. Now, the Final Fantasy VII fans in the room will recognize this guy as actually being the first boss of Final Fantasy VII. And he does use a lot of the same moves that that boss does. You're going to want to stay, as a caster, relatively close to the wall. And you're just going to want to keep an eye out for his moves. It's going to require you to stay on your toes. Most notably, when he casts target search, you'll get targeted with that crosshair there. Basically, you don't want to be in it when it stops. Also, when he does tail laser, you don't want to be in front or behind him for some time afterward. So as you can see, a lot of the arena ends up getting pretty restricted. Target search is a thing again. And so is tail laser. So what I'm going to do... There we go. That's how it's done. We just baited those two all the way over to the wall where they really can't hurt us. So really, just keep the tail laser and the target search mechanics in mind, and just keep repeating that sequence, and eventually, you'll take him down. We might get through this without another target search, but it looks like that's the case. Alright, that's alright, we got this. Alright, I'm totally gonna roll on these. Rolling on both of these. Dang! 2 pieces of caster gear right away. Alright, then head to the next section. I'm a little, I'm still gonna equip my gear. Lots of AoEs here. We're going to see how big the tank decides to pull. It is very possible to do pretty much this entire pull. But I think we're probably just going to do this, and that's fine. As I recall, typically you actually pull everything before the gate, take care of that, and then you pull everything after the gate. So while you technically can pull everything, most people don't. Oh man, it looks like we're going to have a pizza break. But yeah, getting two item drops right away in this dungeon was great. Alright, I'm going to stay right here. And I'm going to remember to summon. And Ether Flow. Just well, while we're waiting for all this to happen, just a thing to note, as you get, here we go. Looks like we're ready to rumble. As you begin to level, and get the tomestones, this is the first dungeon in which you can actually earn tomestones, or the higher level tomestones that I'd mentioned in the last dungeon run. But you actually have to complete the main story quest, Stormblood, before you can actually start purchasing tomestone gear. So you'll start getting tomes as of this dungeon. And roulettes will actually start earning you tomestones at this level. Even before you complete the main quest. You won't actually be able to spend them until you've completed the end boss. Alright, let's just wreck these guys. Summon for the next run here. We're just going to whittle this guy down normally. Yeah, this group actually hits pretty hard, so very rarely do I see tanks pull past this point. Because there is some item level syncing going on. Up to the top? No, we're not. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, we've almost got this down. Now, we still have to worry about, while we're down here, the AoEs from the cannon up there that's firing at us. Still looking for caster gear. I got 2 pieces already, and that's awesome. Keep in mind, because this technically is not a leveling dungeon, you do not get a guaranteed loot drop from this dungeon. That said, this particular group of enemies is not particularly hard to tank. I have tanked this as a red mage. We had a tank die very early in this pull, and I basically tanked this entire pull as a red mage. Alright, on to the second boss. This boss is actually a lot of fun. Summoner 2-step. There we go. Perfect. That was a good timing. Alright, so this guy starts off fairly simply. Wreck him with everything he got. you'll deploy turrets throughout the arena, which is going to have a bunch of AoEs that you're going to have to dodge.
I shall have to share these findings.
When he runs to the middle, that's when things get interesting. I'm going to drop all my dots on it.
Initiate soul extraction.
Alright, soul extraction. He will remove your soul from your body, you'll be tethered to your body, and there will be a death claw in between you and your body. You need to avoid the turrets that are shooting at you, avoid the death claws that are trying to grab you and slow you down, and get to your body.
The soul rebels.
And once you recover,
My word, this day.
start killing the death claws. Once all the death claws are down, fight resumes as normal. And from here on out, it's mainly going to be dodging the turrets as they place. So watch for the interesting AoE patterns, dodge them as best you can, and just continue putting out the damage. And eventually he'll go down. Again, really the only things you got to worry about in this fight are the AoE patterns, which can get a little hairy, and the soul extraction, which takes place about halfway through the fight, depending on your DPS. Come on, caster gear. Alright, so that was, I do enjoy that boss. The soul extraction mechanic is actually a lot of fun. Alright, so this next section, not only are you going to be taking out the enemies, you're going to be taking out these Magitech laser fields. You're also going to be worrying about mages on the far wall that are going to be shooting at you that you can do pretty much nothing about. Typically, the tank, once one laser field comes over or is destroyed, will pull everybody else to the other laser field, so you can easily take them down. And hopefully you get yourself out of the range of those mages. Now this next pull, there are basically three separate pulls that the tank can pull one by one or all together. So just follow the tank's lead. Typically, I see most tanks stop at this point. Though some of the more adventurous tanks will make the next pull as well. It's definitely doable. I've been in parties that have pulled it off. It can be a little tricky if the party isn't ready for it, though. Hexadrone, as you can probably tell, is the big enemy here that you're really going to have to work to whittle down. Alright, I'm not going to spend any more ether flow stacks on this. I'm just going to take this guy down. This was actually a boss in one of the earlier dungeons, Doma Castle, if I'm not mistaken. No, come on. Got two pieces of caster gear from the first boss. Haven't seen anything since. Alright, so we have another laser field section to worry about. So I usually like to drop one set of dots on the first laser field to get it started. And then I drop dots on the other one and start using AoE tactics. I figured that the tank would do that. I'm going to put those dots on the Aquarius and then start working on the Colossi. You remember the Colossi. We've seen plenty of them before up to this point. It's the same tactic, except this time we're dealing with two of them. Double your pleasure, double your fun, double the AoEs to dodge! Double the watch out, because the healer just went down, and we're going to try to salvage this run, dang it. There we go. Alright, I am gonna skip this because it's long and spoilerlicious. But now we're gonna fight. We're going to fight Xenos Galvus himself. Alright, so for this boss, you're going to want to stay near the center of the arena, because the outside of the arena is soon going to become unsafe. Alright. Lots of mechanics to worry about here. Alright, Art of the Swell, you need to get close to him. He's going to knock you back. I wasn't close enough. Notice I got a damage down debuff. Art of the Storm, get away from it. Art of the Sword, don't be in a direct line with anybody else. He fires line AoEs at every party member. If you're all lined up in the same place, you're all going to get hit by multiple attacks. You don't want that. Oh, our healer is possibly disconnecting. That's why we haven't had the healer go down. Well, let's see how this goes. Alright, he's going to summon 4 clones. Try to get away from them. They're all going to basically copy his maneuver, leaving very little safe space. If he tethers to one of you, he's going to fire an AoE in your direction.
Kill!
Concentrativity is the one you gotta worry about because it's got a rather powerful room-wide AoE. You just gotta hope your healer's ready to deal with it. Art of the Swell. This time I'm gonna get right into his face. I forgot that you've gotta be right in his face to make that work. So basically just keep running. These attacks are going to repeat in various patterns. Alright, Art of the Swell, so get close. Get out of that.
This is the end.
Art of the Sword. Don't be in a line. Really hope that doesn't kill me. Okay, it didn't kill me.
Kill!
Alright, we're gonna get pretty close to his ultimate attack phase. Yeah, he's got an ultimate attack phase. It's possible that if a melee attack, or melee fighter uses a limit breaker right about that point,
Yes!
then it will actually... Now these three swords will all do the moves prescribed by, or that you've seen them do when he used them. So stay close, stay at a position next to the swell, where when the swell occurs, it's going to knock you away from the outer area and as well as the storm. You're going to need to kill all three swords. Before the duty gauge, which says ether transfer, it's kind of inconveniently in the middle of the screen. I need to fix that. You need to kill all three swords before that fills up.
Yes! Yes! Just so. Have you the strength?
Alright, good. Once you kill all three, any sort of healing and shielding
To transcend.
to prevent this move from killing you off. Of course, it won't kill you. Probably won't kill you off if you're full health and you don't let his meter charge to 100. Alright, we got him now. Now he's basically just going to spam cast concentrativity until either you all die or you kill the boss. And that's all you have for that. Okay, so this battle proceeds almost immediately into a trial. So that's going to be the next thing I record almost immediately after I'm done with this. So, until then, have a wonderful day.